Oh man, One Piece. I just love One Piece. I remember being a kid secretly watching episodes on my computer because back then it was rated PG-12 and I didn't want my parents to know. But actually, I didn't care. I loved everything about it. The story, the characters, the art, the music, Oda, Bonchan, everything. From the beginning to whenever it ends, like 2035, One Piece has been nothing short of
perfect. Everything, down to the last minute.
But what if I told you that the best One Piece episode wasn't actually written by Oda? Instead, it came from Megumi Ishitani, one of the most talented directors toy animation ever had. She's responsible for some of the best visually stunning and emotionally charged episodes in One Piece. And her work on this episode? It's truly a love letter to the series. A fan letter, if you will. This episode follows three protagonists, normal civilians, who gave us a unique perspective on the Straw Hat Pirates. And honestly, that's what makes this episode so special. It's not about Luffy or Zoro fighting some huge villain or the crew chasing their dreams. No, it's about the world and how the world sees them. One of the protagonists is a young girl who's a huge fan of Nami. And I love how this episode makes you think about Nami from the perspective of an ordinary person. I mean, in the Straw Hat crew, she's just Nami. She navigates the ship, smacks Luffy when he's being dumb, and scams people out of their money. But imagine what she looks like to someone from the outside. Nami isn't just some navigator. She's a hero, someone who escaped slavery and freed her entire village from Arlong. She's the woman who can guide the most dangerous pirate crew to impossible seas. That's legendary. And the way the episode frames the Straw Hats is so brilliant. They are not the main characters here. They are more like a force of nature. These civilians talk about them the way we talk about superheroes. Everything the Straw Hats do is larger than life. And it's crazy to think about how wild their adventures would sound if all you knew came from rumors or the newspapers. I love this so much because One Piece often focuses on the crew perspective, how they see the world. But this episode flips it and shows us how the world sees them. And it's incredible. Now, don't get me wrong, from Luffy's perspective, Marineford was already insane. He's rushing headfirst into the battle to save Ace, surrounded by some of the most powerful people in the world. But imagine you're not Luffy. Imagine you are one of the random soldiers stuck in the middle of this battlefield. On one side, Mihawk casually slices through entire ships like they're butter. On the other, Whitebeard is literally tilting the ocean and splitting the sky. It's not a fight. It's not even a battle. It's the kind of war where gods walk among men. And your job is just to survive. 1 second you're just following your orders, the next a Kano decides the ground should be lava, and now you're running for your life. Marineford isn't just a war, it's chaos. Pure chaos. And that's the thing we can't forget. War is and was never funny. And then comes the end of the episode. A typical One Piece ending, where every story thread that was carefully set up at the beginning comes together in a way only One Piece can deliver. It's a kind of ending that leaves you smiling through tears, feeling completely satisfied but also wishing there was more. What makes it so beautiful is how the music follows the girl in the final moments of the story. It's not just a soundtrack, it feels like a part of her journey, lifting her up as she walks toward the next chapter of her life. The melody swells softly, tenderly, as if celebrating the quiet strength she found in herself. And then, as we realize what she's done, the weight of her action hits. This little girl, just an ordinary fan, helped save the Straw Hat crew, without even raising a sword, without asking for recognition. She played a crucial role in the survival. It's such a powerful addition to the lore of One Piece because it respects everything Oda has built without changing a single thing. It doesn't retcon the story or force itself into the timeline. It simply exists as a quiet tribute to the idea that even the smallest action can make a difference. But the best part, the most beautiful part is that she never gets to meet Nami. The person she admires most in the world doesn't even know she exists. Nami will sail on, unaware of the girl who once looked up to her as a hero. And you know what? That's okay. Because the girl knows. We know. And that's what makes it perfect. In the end, this episode isn't just a fan letter to One Piece. It's a celebration of everything that makes it special. It's a reminder that the Straw Hats' journey doesn't just belong to them. It belongs to all of us who followed their story, cheered for their victories, and cried for their losses. And for that girl, for us, for the world of One Piece, it's the perfect ending to a perfect episode.